Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? This is GoodyL, and this video is gonna definitely be a little bit different than what I'm usually doing. Always been a big zombies player, but I've never really done the Easter egg hunts. And to begin with, I kind of just do them after they've already been around. But for some reason, I was up. Currently, it's 7:30 in the morning, and I've been up since 12:30. Going down the rabbit hole. Once I watch Sky Init's video, I'm gonna have it linked below, but basically there's a lot of hype going around about the impossible Easter egg in Black Ops 3 Zombies that has never been solved yet.
You broke my liver, drinking by the liter. Fuck her pussy, making litters. I call her Cadillac. She dressing like she salad, cause she got that green.
Also, if it looks like I am reading from a piece of paper, it is because I am. I have literally been up all night. One, you'll know why, but I'm doing like math equations and charts. Then I wrote down all of my blurted out thoughts, and then I finally got it into some written cohesiveness, and that's why I have notes, and it might look like I'm reading off of them because I want to keep it short, concise, and I want to make sure you guys get exactly what I'm saying. So like I said, Sky is the reason why I went down this big rabbit hole. I'm not going to go off of everything he said. He had a lot of great findings. If you want to go watch the video yourself, it will be linked down in the description. What I want to focus on is the KN44 and the hypercube, because basically he's solidifying that it is a big part of the Easter egg, because from the big man himself, Jason Blundell, he mentioned to keep an eye on the hypercube, which is something that we're going to really focus on in this video, is the hypercube and how that correlates to maybe figuring out this Easter egg. And as Sky shows in his video, he went down a big rabbit hole himself, and he found that the hypercube is linked to a game, a mathematical game, so to speak, that is called the impossible chessboard puzzle. So now this is where I'm gonna need you guys to bear with me. We're gonna get a little bit boring, but if you're like me, this is where it gets interesting of how this stuff is gonna start correlating. I'll leave the link of the video below describing this chessboard puzzle, but essentially there's two prisoners and a warden, and they have to solve a puzzle to get their freedom. A key is placed on a chessboard with 64 squares. On top of those squares are coins placed on heads or tails. In this scenario, the first prisoner goes in first, and he watches the warden put the key underneath the coins, and he knows where the key's hiding. The second one is away in a room he doesn't know. The first prisoner has to flip only one coin on the whole board in order to indicate to the second prisoner, who's going to come in after him, where the key is underneath the coins. So essentially what I'm trying to get at is the impossible Easter egg is going to be an exact mimic of the impossible chessboard puzzle. All we have to understand is, and ask ourselves, are we prisoner number 1 or are we prisoner number 2? Because of course the warden is going to be Jason. Now, lucky you, I'm going to answer that question for you, so you don't have to do too much thinking, because I've already thought about it myself. Due to another observation in the interviews that we're able to see on Skype's video, where Jason Blundell says basically that anything that is engineered in the game isn't going to be part of the Easter egg. So basically, there's nothing that could happen, or like nothing we could do to flip a switch or something that is going to activate something in the game. It's already going to be in the game, because anything that would have been in the scripts would have been released already, because people can just go data mining and get all the scripts. So with that being said, that means we are going to be prisoner number 2. There's no way we can be prisoner number 1, because we would have to flip a coin and then something else would happen reacting to our action. So this means that we are prisoner number 2. The coin has already been flipped, the key is already set, and our job is to figure out where that key is based on all the information given to us. I believe in order to solve the Easter egg, we have to know 100% how to solve the impossible puzzle, but thankfully we don't have to figure that out. There is somebody, the guy who's already explained before how the puzzle works. I will have that video linked below. He's also solved that puzzle in another video for us. I will also link that one if you are willing to go watch that. I watched both those in full, back and forth, and it's a lot to take in and it's a lot to process. But basically, each square is broken down into its own 6-digit binary code of 1s and 0s. These 6 digits correlate to 6 regions on the chessboard, and when all the values are added up in each region, if the said value in that region is odd, then that region's digit is going to be a 1. If the value in that region is added up to be even, then that region's digit is 0. Okay, whew, a lot of stuff. In Skype's video, he also highlights that Jason Blundell said that the Easter egg will be across various arenas. And if we are solving the impossible puzzle, I believe that these arenas are the 6 regions that we need to be looking for our sum of values. So like I said, 6 regions, 6 arenas that he might have alluded to. I'm gonna leave a chart up here for you guys. I do think that this chart will help in the Easter egg hunt. If you don't know what it's from, just watch the video where they solve the impossible puzzle. That's exactly where I got it from. And they go and explain it in greater detail. But I do think you should save this in your files just so you don't have to do the binary codes yourself. I will also note to you guys that there is a version that there is a 4-digit binary code, but that requires a little bit more solving, and I don't think Jason Blundell is gonna go through that on his end when he could just copy and paste the 6 region 6-digit format just how it is. So knowing the 1s and the 0s corresponding to the regions, that's great, but knowing the order is what's gonna solve it. So in a video made by well-renowned Zombies personality Chopper, reacting and giving more insight to Skype's video, he mentions that when speaking to Jason Blundell about a theory, Jason responded, "Is that where you want to start?" Chopper went down a slightly different path that my mind went, and again, I'm just making this video to open different avenues for others that might not have thought of them. He could be right, I could be right, we could both be right. But in both Sky and Chopper's video, they mentioned that Jessica Rose is being the only one having a specific quote when picking up the KN-44 that hints at it being the key to this Easter egg. And I'll put that clip now.
Perhaps just another piece of an unsolvable puzzle.
So this got me thinking a little bit. So I YouTube voice lines from Shadows of Evil to maybe get more clues as to what this Easter egg's about. And I came across Mad Gaz Gaming, I'll link his YouTube down here, the video, who had done every Shadow Man voice line from the game. And there was one that just stood out among the others.
The burlesque. More than any other place in this city, your paths have crossed here.
So, the burlesque is Jessica's ritual site. Jessica's the only character to say the quote about the KN-44, and the KN Wallby is located outside of the burlesque ritual site. I think, just from my thoughts, that this is the starting point that we are looking for. Now, I wish I had more information for you guys, but after all the understanding, translating, and mathematical whatever behind the puzzle itself, I damn near fell asleep scouring Shadows of Evil for those 6 arenas that I mentioned earlier. So just to recap everything that was talked about in here and kind of consolidate it a little bit for you guys in this video. Solving the Easter egg means we're going to have to know how to solve the impossible chessboard puzzle, which we do because somebody has solved that puzzle for us already. We have to come from the mindset of being prisoner 2 in that scenario, which means that we will have all the information we need right in front of us in the map. We are also looking for 6 regions that are going to correlate to those 6 digits that we're looking for. Could possibly get debunked though, because the puzzle can have 4 digits, but I really strongly believe that it's going to be a copy and paste of the puzzle. So we're looking for 6 regions, 6 digits. Our starting point should be somewhere in the Footlight District, just from all of that voice line, KN44 conclusiveness. And guys, if you have any thoughts or ideas, leave them in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that. And that way we can help each other figure out this impossible Easter egg. And like always, happy hunting, guys. Hope you enjoyed.